Well, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches with a supplemental video. And this is, of course, our inverter that we're using to power the lights and everything in the barn. I've got a kilowatt on it so that I can get the information, because this is just a cheap little 800 watt inverter. I've got basically 8-gauge wire connecting it to the battery. The battery is through the wall on the other side. And that's really not what this is about. Of course, everything runs through that conduit up there to the solar cell that's up on the roof of the barn. So I've got it all running through just some conduit, and then running out to this 800 watt inverter. But what this actual video is about, and kilowatts always good, seriously, for a lot of different occasions, is I had to replace out the fan, and this is just standard whatever inch fan this is. I happen to have an extra one, and I just knew it was bad just because of, and there it is coming on. I just knew it was bad because it was in the chicken coop for so long, this, that, or the other. I had also had to replace the switch on this one, and that is where one is, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. I had one of these fail previously, so I had the parts from it. It was a little bit bigger unit. There's also another part of this story in the fact that, and don't buy this brand because this is just some crap brand that probably you can't even buy anymore. I've had them. They were very inexpensive. It had this plastic on it, and it's got a gap there now, but think about this being right up against that heat sink. That's something that causes a lot of inefficiency right there. Of course, you can see that I haven't really cleaned this up. I just took a toothbrush and cleaned all the gunk and shit off of it, just so that heat sink on that service could operate better, and I'll get my damn hand out of the video. So taking that off there also improves the efficiency of this heat sink, plus allows me to clean it, this, there, or the other. So be careful of things like this that some marketer or some this, there, or those is going to just slap on some shit. So it's useless. It serves no purpose. That heat sink is actually important for this thing to operate, and since it is just such a cheap little unit, any efficiency I can get out of it to increase its cooling, and think about this working in a 90-some degree temperature, is important. Anyway, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches with just think about when you're working on things or when you're doing things. Number one, keep redundant parts. Keep parts that actually still work, because I had this fan, I had this switch off another one, one that failed. And then also when I put it back together, I didn't put crap on it like this, which is just basically covering up that heat sink, which is going to make it fail a little bit quicker. Temperature is always the enemy of any type of electronics. This is Guns, Knives, and Watches. Peace out. Have a good one.